Hey Boo Kittens, it's me Keisha and I'm here with this week's All Tea All Shade Real Housewives of New Jersey Season 14 Episode 10 review. We literally only have 2 more episodes left and the season is over, which leads me to wonder what will be the next Housewives show to air, because OC is airing right now and Jersey, but Jersey is about to be off within the next 3 weeks because they're going to do that little makeshift reunion, which will probably only be 1 episode. And after that, it'll just be OC on. The only franchise I could think that would be coming back next would be New York or Salt Lake City. But I don't think it'll be Salt Lake City yet. But I'm guessing it'll probably be New York because New York is already wrapped. So I'm figuring New York will probably be next, and then maybe Salt Lake City. That's what I'm guesstimating. Because Beverly Hills is still in production. So yeah, it won't be Beverly Hills. Atlanta's in production. Potomac is in production. Miami hasn't even started production yet. Yeah, so it'll probably be New York or Salt Lake City. But anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about. Let's get into this review. So Marge visits Dolores at her crib to sit down and talk one-on-one about what Jackie said to Dolores, that Marge be talking trash about her and Polly's relationship. But before they get to that, they talk about Joe and how nervous she is about the cancer diagnosis. He has to have an MRI. And, she just talks about how she cannot lose this man. Like, he cannot be sick. You can tell it's making Marge sick just thinking about it. So Marge also says to Dolores that she never said a bad word about her and Paul, but she was upset after the reunion when Jackie sent her a screenshot of Dolores out with Teresa and Louis, and that she said to Jackie the only reason they win is because Paulie loves them and he likes them more than he likes me. And Dolores was like, that's not true. You started pulling away from us. Like, you started separating yourself from us. And Marge admits that she also said if she was still with David, this wouldn't have happened. And she was like, really? You said that? And she was like, yeah, I said it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I was wrong for saying it. Now, mind you, Dolores asked her verbatim, did you say anything else about me and Paul's relationship? So she says that's the only 2 things she's ever said to Jackie. I would think that if she did, that would be the time to fess up and say what it is and not give Jackie the opportunity to come with receipts. So I'm praying that Marge is telling the truth. But Dolores even said in her confessional that she knows that Marge got a mouth and be talking about everybody. So she wouldn't be shocked by it. But she also says, Marge has been nothing but a good friend to her. So it didn't really go left between those two. So it's the day of the Envy fashion show. And Fessler tells Marge that she don't know if she's going to talk to Rachel because it's just a lot with her right about now. She's saying that I would have been trying to protect her family, not harm her family, and she just don't want to deal with Rachel right about now. Jackie denies, saying she's 1,000 times smarter than Marge. And the producers rewinded back from when they got into it at Melissa's housewarming party. And she did, in fact, say that. They kind of go back and forth for a second. And then Marge deads the conversation. But you can tell at this point, things are just not the same between her and Jackie and probably will never be. And then you see Marge asks Rachel and somebody else. I think she asked Rachel, like, are you wearing Envy? And she was like, yeah, Melissa sent this to me. And so it was 3 of them talking. And she was like, are you wearing Envy to Jackie? And she was like, no. She was like, oh, she sent us all dresses or whatever. And she was like, what you mean she sent all of y'all dresses? You know what? See, this is what I'm talking about. And she get mad and she get up because Melissa didn't send her anything. And she felt like Marge was being catty, telling her that. I don't even think Marge was being catty. I think that she genuinely was asking, like, are you wearing envy? Because it seemed like she had sent all of the girls outfits. But this further just showed Jackie that she is on the outs with Melissa now. And once again, for Jackie, it's Jackie being left out of the equation. And I'm like, Jackie, why the do you give a rat's ass whether or not she sent you an outfit from Envy, girl? Like, stop. Stop. It is not that deep. So she goes over and tells Fessler and Jen Aiden what's going on. And of course, Jen Aiden is rubbing it in. She was like, well, I mean, it's showing you she was never your friend in the first place. Marge was never your friend. And da-da-da. And Dolores was like, girl, I didn't even get an outfit. It's not that big of a deal, sis. Like, nobody's coming for you. And Dolores goes on to say in her confessional that she wonders how Marge put up with Jackie all this time because Jackie is dramatic and annoying. Like, Dolores cannot stand Jackie. And I think finding out that Jackie called her a slob and said she hated her was the key to Pandora's box for Dolores to just unleash on Jackie. I don't think she ever liked Jackie. I think that she tolerated Jackie all of these years. So, then we see Jen Aiden in her confessional hating on Melissa Gorga, even though they supposed to be starting anew. Here she go, hating on Melissa, talking about that the clothes coming down the runway weren't her designs, so she don't understand why she's having a fashion show for clothes that aren't hers. Bitch, they are hers. She paid for them and she put them in her store, you nincompoop. Like, that's just like saying stores like Bergdorf Goodman or Nordstrom's that'll have private showing and they have models, you know, walk around and show outfits off to clients. That's how the rich used to buy clothes. They would be in a room with champagne and models would come out and rock the clothes from that store. And then the person would pick whatever outfit they wanted and pay for it. So what are you talking about? Like, she just finds reasons to hate on people because she ain't got no motion. She ain't got nothing going on. She ain't got nothing going on but being miserable. Like, her and Teresa belong together. And then she further goes on to say that she noticed that Melissa didn't have any male models this season because one of the models from her last fashion show was the dude that she allegedly was kissing in the back of a car. Like, people love to not pay attention to the fact that Jen and Teresa be on some bullshit. They really honestly do. They be picking, they be starting with people, they be lying, they be gaslighting and all of this stuff. Now, you said you wanted to start anew and here you go starting shit once again with Melissa. And it's like, what is your problem with her? Like, grow up. Grow up. I think that Jen's problem is she's jealous of anybody that got a loving relationship going on, a loving family, because that is what she's lacking over there in that mausoleum she calls a house. So the fashion show is a success. It looked great. The clothes was actually really fire. I like the way they, put the outfits and pieces together. Nobody fought. Nobody got into it or anything like that. Like, everybody was quote unquote peaceful enough that nothing crazy popped off, unlike what's going to happen at Teresa's event. So literally the next day, Teresa has her Namaste Biz Naives live show with her podcast partner, Melissa Feister or something like that. Don't give me the line, that girl last name. But mind you, in present day, her and that girl ain't even cool no more because Louis allegedly at BravoCon yelled at her and went off on her and everything. The lady had just, I think, suffered a miscarriage or something like that. Like, it's crazy, the stuff that's going on behind the scenes with her and her ex-podcast partner. She has now since gone on to start a new podcast. Girl, it's just a mess. So, Teresa in her confessional says, I call her the good Melissa, not the evil bitch my brother married. And it's like, Tree stumps. I can't wait to see if y'all gonna acknowledge the fact that she can't keep Melissa out of her mouth, because you know people always want to talk about how Melissa and Marge can't stop talking about Teresa. Can't stop. They both do it. They both do it. Oh my God. So Danielle is sad that her dad couldn't come to the Kids Bop commercial shoot that her daughter and son are in. Now, he couldn't come because he told her husband Nate that his wife had to have eyelid surgery. It was some complications, so he had to take her back to the hospital that day. Danielle is sad because it's another situation and another, thing that she had going on in her life that her father missed. Bitch, if you miss your daddy that much, if you want him to be around, how about when you leave the Kids Bop situation, you knock on your daddy door and go visit him? Like, this is just stupid to me. Like, so stupid. Because God forbid anything happen to your daddy tomorrow, you gonna be sick. Sick. Because what are y'all fighting for? What are y'all not speaking for? People need to grow up. Seriously. So Teresa says that she's going through a lot. She's talking to Jen Fessler, and Dolores, I believe. And she tells them, I'm going through a lot, right now. And here go Jen. This was a whole setup. The whole conversation was a setup. They already knew how they was going to bring it to the girls to get the ball rolling on, I'm about to take Marge down and expose Marge. So she was like, we're going to talk about today how to find your happiness or how to keep peace or whatever in your life. She was like, because I've just been really sick here lately. I've been going through so much. And here go Jen. Yeah, like every time I talk to her, she's just a ball of nerves. Like she is just a mess. And they was like, well, what's going on? And she was like, well, it's a lot that's going on with Louis' ex and people in this group that have been attributing to the stuff that we got going on with her. And so they was like, it ain't me. And then she was like, no, it's not you. But, I can't talk about it right now. But I know when I can talk about it, I'll tell you. Girl, if y'all want to know the tea, spoiler alert, what she's going to call herself exposing Marge for is talking to Louis' ex, when Marge already confessed to the fact that she's talked to Louis' ex. That's the big reveal. Rock'em sock'em, rock'em sock'em, rock'em sock'em. So all the girls are at the podcast, the live podcast, except for Melissa and Marge, of course. Danielle arrives shockingly because she had told Teresa that she wasn't going to be able to make it because of the Kids Bop situation, but it ended earlier than she thought. So her and her husband ended up coming. Jen is shocked that she came, even though they just saw each other the day before. And we see her talking to this Asian girl, telling her what happened on the day of the altercation. And we see Danielle and her husband talking to this girl. And the girl was like, this chick just won't stop. And Danielle was looking like, girl, I already get it. I know I ain't even gonna give her that energy. But you could tell she mad because you already going around telling people your side of the story, which ain't all the way true, because she telling this girl, she was all up in my face and I tried to walk away. Girl, just lying through her big teeth and that big nose. So the podcast goes on. Teresa read out of her makeshift diary about family and letting family go. And this is like, I'm so sick of this. I'm so sick of it. They take an intermission. All the girls go backstage. And Teresa says, we figured we'd have it here. It's called the Cathedral. I, just recently brought God back into my life. And I was like, since when you ain't had God in your life, Teresa? Teresa is so full of shit. We ain't never heard her say her being mad at God and all of this type of stuff. And girl, I can't with this chick. I cannot with this chick. So here go Danielle. Well, I'm shocked it didn't burn down with your ass in it. She says that to Jen Aiden. Jen Aiden was so motherfucking mad, bitch. She was sitting there talking, What a nice thing to say, Danielle. Just show your true colors. Show your true colors. Danielle wanted to eat her ass the fuck up, and I was living for it. So everybody just kind of looking like, oh shit, what's about to happen? So here go Teresa. I just want to help you two. I really want to help you two get things back on track because I like both of you or whatever. And Jen was like, no, it ain't happening. Everybody ain't meant to be friends. You ain't meant to have everybody in their life. You understand that out of all people. No, Teresa, no. And I was shocked to see Jen Aiden getting bucked with Teresa. You know what I'm saying? But she's mad because Teresa ain't 100% on her side. Like she has been blindly loyal to her. So, it's almost time for Teresa and them to go back on stage. So as Danielle's walking out the room, she leans down to Jen and was like, oh, and by the way, you look like shit. Bitch, I hollered. I was dying laughing. Jen didn't know what to do with herself. Did not know what to do. So Jen get mad. Tells her, and all you guys were effing sitting here just silent and let her say that to me. And so I guess she was yelling at Teresa because Dolores jumped in real quick and was like, then go talk to her like that. Like, you a big girl. You can take care of yourself. Don't be talking to her like that. I think that she was sticking up for Teresa. And the episode goes off, baby. I was hollering. Baby, I live for Danielle this season. Love her because she gives no... Okay? And Dolores, stop taking up for Teresa because she never takes up for you. Like, y'all so stupid when it comes to her. We never see Teresa taking up for any of them. But y'all are quick to run to her aid. Like some lap dogs. Disgusting. I'm going to give this week's episode of Jersey a B+. A B+. I'm ready for the final episode, the grand sit down. I'm ready for it. You guys let me know what y'all thought about this week's episode. What grade do you give it? You guys make sure to tune in tomorrow for my Temu haul Wednesday, my luxury versus lookalikes video. And later on this week, I'll be dropping my Shein and Foot Locker haul video. So make sure you guys tune in to all of those and support your girl. And if you are not participating in my community page trivia and quizzes, please make sure that you do every day at 5 p.m. I drop a new quiz or trivia question. A lot of you guys are already participating. We get thousands. Well, I get thousands and thousands of participants a day. It's really fun. We're having so much fun over there on the community page. And it's just a way for me to interact with you guys even more. And if you guys aren't following me on Patreon, the link is down below in the description box. Over on Patreon, you get my unedited, raw, uncut, ad-free cursing versions of my reviews. And in my second tier, you get my reviews plus reaction videos. Right now, we're watching season 3 of The Bear and Empire Girls, Adrian and Julissa. Yes, so make sure you guys join me over there on Patreon. I love you guys. Make sure to thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on your post notifications so you know when my videos drop. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.